Okay, here we are now with Rico Martin, the mastermind, and I want to say the creator. Thank goodness for your thoughts and vision on putting this classic together, and it's something that we've been waiting for a long time. So, Rico, let's talk a little bit about how you plan for this and the success of it.
Well, I want to first start off by saying I'm not the only guy. I had some input. I want to say the first off and foremost is Jason Grant,
Okay.
the head coach of the North Side. He's the actual main guy. I'm his guy. I'm his next guy, and then it's Coach Ward. But you know, the idea and the thought process that we had to put this together was awesome for the kids. As you see, it was a great event, nice turnout. Our biggest thing was touching kids that are caught up in gangs, caught up in negativity, those guys who didn't get Division I scholarships, and have a chance, you know, need that second chance to make things work in their lives as young men.
And take us through the preparation, because to get two teams together, practice time, get them equipped, everything ready to go, and you're counting down to kickoff.
Wow.
How did that process work for you?
Wow. I mean, I want to say, you know, hats off, like I said, to Coach Ward, Coach Jason, and myself, going to each school, asking coaches for their guys, you know, sending out invites. It's something that we want to get better at. This is the first annual, so we were a little rough, and we learned from our mistakes. And I can tell you, next year's venue will be a great big venue. It will be a little bit more added. We just wanted to pull it off. As Jason Grant's quote-unquote words, he just wanted to make it work. However we had to do it, make it work. And with his hard work and success that he's put into this program, it worked. It was a great success for all of us. We all had fun. The kids had fun. You know, and what more can you say? You have no police. You didn't need no police force. You didn't need nothing. You had us as gang intervention guys and coaches that said, hey, let's put on a good event and help these kids.
Now, were there some community sponsors, business sponsors, or partners that were able to join and come in and kind of support?
Well, actually, we didn't get a bunch of business sponsors. All we got was a development, Unity One, Eyes, Hands, and Feet, which is the headliner.
Okay.
And Opportunity Sports, which is my nonprofit organization. Those four were the key guys. And with Jason and Coach Ward, like I said, I can't say about what they did. They made phone calls. I made phone calls. I was running around from San Pedro to Venice, just trying to get guys. And equipment-wise, we ran into a headache there. We had to come up with an insurance flyer, and you know, we'll be better prepared next year.
Okay, you kind of like got the imagination going for the venue next year.
Yes,
Has it been announced yet, or it's going to be kept under wraps?
It's going to be kept under wraps, but we want to give you guys, along with you know, other guys who were here shooting, you know, first dibs. We didn't have a lot of connections, so we used the small things, and obviously it got out because you guys are here.
Oh, absolutely. And we were so glad that on the east side of town in the Eastern League, Roosevelt and Garfield were represented. So that automatically motivates us because we cover them during the school year.
Well, definitely. You can't have an all-star game without Garfield and Roosevelt. Garfield and Roosevelt, I got to tell you, they brought the meat and potatoes. Without those guys, we don't have meat and potatoes. And those guys produce big guys.
Yes,
oh, man, you can say some special things about Roosevelt.
Now, let's talk a bit about the upswing, the uptick for the city section schools now carrying their weight around the state, as they would say. Crenshaw, Carson, we just talked to Coach Asante, very excited about his new program. But there are some very, very talented teams in the city section.
Yes, there are. There are some. I had the pleasure to come up under Coach Ashanti's wing at L.A. Jordan last year, and that's probably why I'm the head coach this year of the South team. I've been in the CIF for 10 years, and I want to say, I mean, with the L.A. city section, those guys create talent. Those guys have talent. And it's just a stepping stone for the LA City to see what they have and can put it together with the LA Unified. We want to reach out to them next year. We just want to make it a big venue so that we can help these kids get a second chance and understand opportunities. The festivities all week, bringing in speakers, bringing in preachers, bringing in ex-guys, NFL guys, guys who have stories to tell. We wanted the kids to hear that firsthand. Some of those kids don't get that at home, and they're lacking skills of just maturity as a man, and we wanted to bring that to the table.
Coach Martin, out of this group, there's two teams, very large teams were given an opportunity to play. Might we see some of these players performing at the Division I level immediately next year for, who knows, maybe an SEC team, a Pac-10 team, Big West, whatever. Those conferences are looking for many, many players that come right out of California, Southern Cal.
Well, I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say it was plenty of Division I guys here. So, coaches, if you are watching this, coaches, take a look at this tape. There are a lot of guys that need a second chance. And I'm not just saying it to give them a chance. I'm saying we have Division I caliber player. If you watch that tape, you'll see a bunch of stuff made. Deshaun Beck is an awesome kid. I had the pleasure of coaching him last year. He struggled a little bit, but once he got going, it was over. I mean, both teams had great talent that can play in the SEC, the Pac-10, the Big 12. So coaches, Big 10,
whatever.
If you're watching, you better come get some of this talent. And Inner City Classic will host and have plenty of talent year after year, because we're going to continue to host this event.
Coach Martin, finally, the cooperation you received from Crenshaw High School here?
Again, I can't say enough about Coach Jason Grant. We came in and it was a tough situation. We didn't have a locker room at this, but, we made the best of it. What we did was teach the kids adversity. Things are going to happen. Yeah. So I would like to say Crenshaw done a great job. They hosted this event well, and that's the thing about Inner City Classic All-Star Game. Whoever's win the city championship, we're going to try to host it at their house. Okay. Crenshaw won it this year, so they hosted. Okay. They had a great guy who had the idea. Unfortunately, he was the coach.
And look at the facility, Coach. This has come from night to day in terms of being a first-class facility. Crenshaw was not like this back in the past. Look at the field, lights. Venue here is just almost as good as anyone in the country. Right,
and I've heard that about this. I've never played here as a kid or high school, but when I come out and saw the field, it was like this. So I hear a lot of stories about that. A lot of my uncles will tell me stuff about playing here when they went to Jordan High School. But I mean, it's great for the kids in this community to come and have a place to play and call home.
And football seems to be the unifying factor in any community. Friday night, you watch it. It brings out the fans. It brings out the community. It brings out everyone who wants to follow these young players.
Right. It does. Football Friday Night Lights is awesome. That's why I love what I do. I'm a coach, and I love it. Friday Night Lights are the best thing for these kids. It gives them an opportunity to exert energy, to have an experience, to go through life and learn discipline and other techniques. You just can't say enough about it.
Okay, with that, we leave Coach Rico Martin. We will be talking.
Thank you so much, Rico.
Thank you. All right. There it is. EastLASportsScene.com. We've come and we have given you some coverage here of the first Inner City Classic, North versus South. And it ends in a tie. What could be more fitting? Both teams fought, both teams struggled, both teams did what they could, but in the end, it was a tie. No overtime for the first one, maybe next year. Now, the first one was a tie. We'll see what happens next time. Okay, that's it. Rico Cabrera, Eric Sardi. Thanks for watching.